Continues here on your lunch hour on this Thursday, and the theme for this year's EMS week is Rising to the Challenge. And in studio with me right now to tell us what will be taking place and how you can participate, joining us live in studio are from the Guam Community College Nursing Allied Health Administrator, Ms. Dorothy Duenas. Hafaday.
Hafaday.
Thank you for being with us. And from the Anderson Air Force Base Fire Department, Lieutenant Nino Garcina. The fighting force up at Anderson. I've covered you guys for like many years. We've done the, like the fire muster, the competition and everything like that. You guys are a top-notch unit. We have so much respect for you guys. So first of all, thank you guys both for what you do for our island community. You guys are truly heroes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now that being said, it's EMS week, and it gives us, the community, a chance to, formally say thank you to you guys, but it also gives you guys a chance to go out and, advocate for your services and kind of like demonstrate what you do for Guam, right? So Dorothy, what's planned?
So EMS week is May 15th through the 21st, and to start off EMS week, we're going to have education and safety. So our firefighters from the various jurisdictions, they're going to go out to their areas, to the different schools, and do training for the kids, and bring their fire trucks and teach them about safety and fire safety. And then, Nino, do you want to talk about?
I was going to say, because LT, when you guys roll out like the heavy metal, you bring the gear, the kids go crazy.
Yes, sir. For Anderson, we're doing Anderson Middle School and Elementary. We're going to be providing a static display. We're going to be teaching about EMS and to help the kids be aware of what the patient assessment will be like, different equipment, and to not be scared, just so they're educated and informed about what we do as firefighters and EMS responders. All
right, so Dragons, heads up. These guys are coming to your school. They're going to have a really cool display. But with all respect, LT, there's nothing static about those displays, because those things are awesome. I mean, you guys go there, you turn on the sirens, you guys all get geared up and stand on there. I mean, you guys make an amazing impression.
Yes,
what is that like for you guys? Because, I mean, the nature of your job, you guys are constantly training, always staying ready. It's never an 8 to 5 job, but getting out to actually go out and talk to kids about, making good decisions and, being good stewards of the community, and also, knowing when to ask for help and knowing how they can contact you guys when they're at their most vulnerable. What does that mean to you?
To me, it's very fulfilling. And I think public service is a real calling. And for us, when we're able to talk to the kids and do public relations, I think that's a huge part of our career. And the impact you make with the kids and the smiles you bring, I think it makes us happy to be doing what we're doing.
It's a much different experience than, say, like if some kid's going on like on Instagram and they're like, hey, cool, like a fire truck, and they're actually seeing one right in front of them, and they see, the shiny chrome, and, they see you guys like go there and, wave at them and everything like that. I mean, it really makes an impression. Okay. Were you, may I ask, LT, were you like one of those little kids that like the fire department went to your school when you were, because I was.
Yes, sir.
And it was incredible.
Growing up, I remember the field trips when we would take a field trip to the fire department, or when they would just come and do the demonstrations. You're like, wow, I want to be a firefighter when I grow up, and I'm blessed to say I'm living the dream now.
There you go. And every firefighter I've ever had the privilege of being interviewed in the last 22 years I've been here at KUM, they all say, you can train someone and condition themselves to be physically ready. You can have them, be intuitive and pass the test, but it's something inherent in each one of you. It's your character. And you say, if a family's in danger, if a Guamanian needs help, if somebody says, please, I'm scared or something like that, you guys always want to be first one through the door. It's just something that each of you guys have. It's in your DNA. Yeah, so congratulations and thank you again. And Dorothy, we have all, as citizens of the world, have so much reverence for all nurses, especially over the past 2 years and everything. So how do you plan to go out and, like engage with the community?
So in addition to the first two activities that we're going to have, we also have the EMS Children's Day Parade of Lights, and plans at the Agana Shopping Center are Ordot Chalampago, or the Parade of Lights is going to start from Agana Shopping Center, then go through Ordot Chalampago Elementary School, through to Agana Heights Elementary, and then back to Agana Shopping Center.
That's a good route.
Yeah, that'll be on the 18th.
How long is it going to take?
I'm not sure how.
I was going to say, even driving the speed limit, that's still
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
10, 15-minute trip. Yeah.
But I think the little kids will just love it.
Yeah.
The schools are going to be involved, and the mayors, we got a hold of the mayors to assist with us when we go and bring the fire trucks around. And so, of course, GCC as a representative will be there. And we're going to have other activities on the 18th and 19th in the Aganis Shopping Center with regards to the Children's Day fair. The students or the kids and the community can come out and do hands-on CPR, first aid, and you'll also have a chance for the kids to be able to get a teddy bear of their choice and practice first aid and CPR on the teddy bear.
That is tremendous.
Yes,
That's a great way to teach that too, because what are you guys seeing as far as like how many organizations know about CPR, like have someone that, it used to be before that someone was, CPR certified. There was always like at KUM, like, one or two of us who took the class up at UOG or, like down at, Parks and, or was it Parks and Rec? Or there was a training there before.
Yes.
How many organizations do you see these days that still have that?
Well, I know GCC is one of the training centers for first aid, CPR. There's also a life support training center, GMH, and I'm not sure if there's another private organization that does it. But I think just for the community to know the basics on what to do for an emergency is important for everyone. Even kids, just as long as they know who to call, where to call, and how to respond, even just for the basics, is important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I want to skip ahead a little bit because we are going to get through EMS week and give you guys, all the due praise that both of your organizations so justifiably have. But, Liberation's coming up. We've been told by the mayors that, there's going to be a parade finally. Yes. First time in 2 years.
Yeah.
Do each of your organizations, do you guys plan on being in the parade? Having some sort of presence?
I'm not sure if GCC is going to participate.
Please say
this
yes.
year.
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
I can find out.
Okay. I don't know if you guys want to march in your scrubs because it might be kind of hot to do that. Yeah, but certainly LT, I hope you guys would be there because, man, when you guys roll down Marine Corps Drive and turn on the hose, especially in the middle of a hot day and everything like that, people go crazy for that. I hope you guys do.
Yes, sir. I'm not quite too sure yet. I can definitely get back to you on that one.
Yeah, like I said, I mean that's a ways off and everything like that. But planning, we're talking about EMS week here, so we'll focus on that certainly.
Yes.
How much planning, speaking of, goes into doing this? And you can say, we're still at the tail end of COVID, some people would believe, but how have you been figuring out what activities to do and with your organizations to do independently as well as with each other?
Well, we all got together, I want to say just a few months ago, 3 months ago. And luckily we've had a great team of members, committee members from all EMS agencies, Navy, Anderson, what is it? GFD, is it Fort Campbell? Camp Laws. Sorry.
Yep.
So all of us have came together and we kind of followed the same agenda that we did previous years, but the team has really meshed well and we've been very proactive, especially I think it's because we're coming out of COVID. We're still in COVID, but this is the time to really honor all the hard work that the EMS personnel have, provided to the island community.
Beautifully said. And LT, I'd like to give you the final words because, as Dorothy just said, there's so many different agencies and teams that go through years and years of training, but no one group can do this alone. You all work together as a team to make Guam safer.
Yes, sir. I think working together, especially doing these public events, helps us build relationships with each other because we do have mutual aid agreements where we tend to work with each other during emergencies, and this just builds on top of that, especially serving the community.
All right. Well, Lieutenant Nino Garcina from Anderson Air Force Base and Dorothy Duenas from GCC, thank you both, and happy EMS week, and thank you guys for what you do with the community. So, sincerely from all of us and everything. You guys are both heroes.
Thank you.
And the people and the organizations you represent. We are going to take a little break, everybody, but please stay tuned. More Hotspot after this.